Hi guys, it's Emily from Nobel Novels and welcome to today's video, The Dilemmas of a Book Nerd tag. I can get those words out. I was tagged in it by the lovely Tia and I'm sorry it's taken so long to put up. She's been a busy bee considering I'm still quite new. I've got loads of tag videos, I'm trying to get some original videos, non-stop, and it's school holidays so it's even harder. Anyway, let's get on with the blurb and go for the dilemmas. Dilemma number 1. Book storage. How do you store and organise your books? Well, I have 2 bookshelves, one upstairs, one halfway up the stairs and one up in my bedroom. And I try and keep my genres together. So like the downstairs one has a lot of the books that I've either read or my sort of more chicky litty book. It's got my children's books all on the top shelf, which is growing big time. The bottom shelf is a bit of the odds and sods books. But yeah, that one's mainly chick lit. Now in my bedroom, I've got the bottom shelf is historical fiction, middle shelf is contemporary and getting some thrillers, top shelf is my TBR and TBR shelf basically. So I have one end has the books that I'm going to be reading this month, the next other end has the books for the following month. 2 organised. Number 2, tracking. How do you keep track of what books you've read and what books you own? Well, I've actually having to change what I've written on my notebook because recently I have got a diary thingy. I'm trying to read my books. This is my booktube planner. So this will now contain only books I own, the books that I'm purchasing, and the books. Yeah, so that's named to put in the books that I own. I also have my Goodreads, which tells me what books I've read. I love Goodreads. It's what started me on here. It's how I review my books, and that's how I know what books I've read. I've also now got a new shelf on there, which you guys can check out, which is the classics that I own. So that way I don't double buy the classics, which I have been doing recently. Dilemma number 3, borrow. Do you lend your books out? Actually, me and Charlie from Charlie Brooke have a little bit of a thing going. So if I pick up books that I want that she likes, she will end up borrowing them. If she picks up books that I like, we'll do the same. We swapsies. And now, yes, Simone, I'm talking about you again. I now look out for books from Simone, and we don't really borrow each other's books, but we will sort of go. They might start doing that a bit more because we see each other quite a lot. But yeah, I do tend to lend my books out to my mum and some of her friends, and until the lovely Sammy from work now started to lend her some books. So yeah, I'm a big sopster. Book dilemma number 4, buying. How do you buy or acquire your books? Well, I'm a bit of an addict. I'm a book addict. I do a lot of charity shops. We've got so many in the area, so I will occasionally go to ones in Bracknell. I'll go to ones in the area with Charlie if I can, because she's lovely and drives me. I occasionally buy books from sort of Waterstones, but not very often. That tends to be if it's a new release. But I also do, I've now got a new thing that I buy, which is ABE books, which is second-hand books, which Charlie got me into, and oh my gosh, they are so cheap on there. I like second-hand books. I like books that have got a history. So to me, yeah, that's how I don't tend to buy very many new ones. Although you would have seen, I've got 5 new releases coming out soon, so they will be getting brand new from Waterstones probably. Or maybe Amazon, you never know. Right, dilemma 5, comments. How do you respond to the comment, how do you read so much? Well, I'm getting that all the time at the moment. Everyone keeps saying that. They're like, how do you read so much? Because I read quite a lot of books every month. My biggest answer is I'm quite a quick reader. So sometimes I do sort of scan read if it's not as interesting. If it's gripping, I will really have to go into it and I will focus on nothing else. I don't watch TV anymore. This is very much of a change for me because about a year or 2 ago I was a TV addict and I watched all the soaps. So I don't really watch TV. I fit my reading in amongst housework with my children. They read a lot as well, so sometimes I read kids' books with them. I just get into my books. I love reading. It's something that it's my life now, and it's a really big part of it. And to me, it gets me going. So I do read in amongst doing housework. Because of my knee condition, I tend to have to read for a little bit, then walk away and do some housework, read, walk away, and do it that way. And also, I think to me, buddy reading helps because that really ups the amount I read. If I've got to read a book for a buddy read, then I will want to read it quicker. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. Dilemma number 6. Next book. How do you pick your next book? Now I'm going to see what I've written and see if I agree with what I've written. I try and pick a diverse section for my TBR so that my mood can match that. Yes, that's exactly what I would say now. I set up a TBR at the start of the month. Now, basically, throughout the month before, I have a list of books that I will buddy reading, because I'm trying to not do too many at the moment, because it can get a bit overwhelming. So basically, my friends book a buddy read with me, so they will automatically go on the shelf. If I've got a readathon, I will find books to match that, and then I have a diverse section basically. So I've got historical fiction I always keep on my shelf, on my TBR shelf. I've got some chick lit if I need it, some contemporary, some wartime fiction, and some non-fiction, because I like to have a section. So like earlier on today, I've just started on Why Mummy Drinks, because I'd had a hard-hitting one before that, and one, no, not so much a hard-hitting one, but one that was a bit tougher to read. So then I went on to a nice funny one that will make me smile. I like to keep a selection. I also tend to like make sure that I've got ones that work alongside the buddy reads, so that if my buddy reads say historical fiction, I'll make sure that I've got something more contemporary or something a bit different to go alongside that. Dilemma number 7. How do you pick which books you'll take on a vacation with you? Don't tend to have many holidays, so I don't really think this is a bit of a hard one. I would probably not pick a long book, and I would make sure that I've got audio books in it, and make sure that the books I wanted to bring with me would be ones that I would definitely read. I may be doing this with my appointments at the hospital soon, so I'd like to keep books with me all the time. Dilemma 8. Annotate. Do you write or highlight or mark your books in any way? No. I don't like touching my books. Charlie does the little like sort of sticky thingies, and I haven't got any. Might get some of those post-it notes, and she puts them on pages for something that reference. So I may do that, but I don't really like to touch the books in themselves. I don't like to write on them, and I like to keep them safe there. They're too precious to me. Dilemma 9. New or backlist? What do you prefer, new releases or backlist books? In all honesty, backlist in general. I don't tend to get the new books unless there is something big hype about them. Like I said, you guys would have seen the 5 new releases video that I put up, which I will link below. So I do, if I have like a book that's desperate coming out that I desperately want, I will get them a new release. But in general, no. I much prefer the older books. And the last dilemma. Dilemma number 10, sequels. Do you read books as they are released or wait for the entire series to be published before reading one? This depends. If I know that there is going to be a series that I'm going to like, then I tend to get them as they're released. But if, say, it's a series that's already been published, like partially the way, I will sometimes wait. But yeah, I tend to do it as a released. I've read the first book in Eve of Man, and now I'm desperate for the next one. And I'll wait for the next one and purchase that as it comes out. And with the Harry Potter books, I read them kind of gradually as they went along. Though I've read that series a million times. So, I am going to tag Charlie from Charlie Broke. Love you, darling, my beautiful little sister. Simone from me, Simone and I. My other gorgeous sister. And Clint, our favourite American little brother over there. Definitely tagging you guys. But if the rest of you want to do this tag, do it. It's brilliant. Being a book nerd is something I am so proud of. So I love it. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to my channel and want to, ring on the ding-a-ling. I normally publish my videos on a Monday or Friday, but the extra ones will go up on a Wednesday. But I really hope you like this, guys. Is there any sort of dilemmas of nerd? What order did you read in? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know anything to do with being a nerd that really interests you. I love it. I love being a book nerd. I would happily class myself as that. Actually, I'm going to say, I want to know whether you guys annotate. I think that's the one I want to know, because I really struggle with that. So guys, in the comments below, let me know whether you annotate. Let me know if you like this video. And I hope you're all having a great time. Take care. Bye.